Today, guys, I want to talk to you guys about some video games. First up, we'll talk about some games that are coming out, or a game that's going to come out this next week. We got Gears of War Judgement that's coming out on Tuesday. This is the prequel to all three Gears of War games. It takes place about a month after Emergence Day. The main characters are Barrett and Cole. They are with Kilo's squad, and they're facing a trial because of desertion and other treasonous acts, supposed treasonous acts. In this game, they've changed some things around. It's really fresh ideas that they have. First of all, they're going to play the story through a testimony. So in real time, the testimony is happening while you're playing a mission. So you got two things going on at once, and at certain parts, because it's a testimony, you can actually declassify information from that testimony and make the game harder. This comes back to a new aspect they're adding into the game. It's a star rating for every mission. Depending on if you declassify it or not, you can be rated on the mission 1, 2, 3 stars. Beating these missions, surpassing them, finishing them, you get a certain score, certain star rating. After finishing up to, I think it's 40 stars, you actually unlock another campaign. I've read that this campaign takes place during Gears of War 3. This seems really cool. I love this new idea. It's fresh. It's not stale. It's not the old Gears of War, but it still is Gears of War. They did some changing to the button configuration. There's now a dedicated grenade button. It's the the LB on your Xbox, or the left trigger, one of the left bumpers. That's really cool. And then you, instead of swapping weapons through the D-pad, you actually get to use the Y button to switch through weapons. So it makes it a lot faster compared to before, and if you were to accidentally push the wrong button, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You just push Y to cycle through those weapons. Now, there's a lot of cool things about that. Those are just a few. You also got your multiplayer. It's going to come packed in with your basic multiplayer, your team death matches, your King of the Hills, all of those. But the new one it's going to come with is an overrun mode. What it is about a combination of Beast and Horde mode. The Horde mode with the cogs and the Beast as the Locust. What they're doing is they're going against each other, and your goal as the cog is to do it's pretty much a tower defense. You want to protect your generator. As the Locust, you want to break down all their defenses and destroy their generator. You do this from both sides. You switch during halftime, and the team that does it fastest wins. I love this idea. Playing Horde, it's really fun. Playing Beast, fun as well. Combine the two, you got magic. It's going to be a really good mode. I'm really excited for it, as well as just the other basic ones, because I know that my cup of tea in multiplayer is Gears of War, especially. That was the game that's coming out this next Tuesday. Let's talk about the games of the week. This past week, what have I been playing? What have you guys been playing? This past week, I've been playing Far Cry 3 and Fallout 3. Two games. You think they're really different. They're a little similar, but they're both really good games. Far Cry 3. The game is following a kid, Jason Brody, his two brothers and some friends. They're on vacation. They end up getting kidnapped by pirates. Jason Brody has to save all of his friends and brother. Alright, this game is really, really well made. It actually gives you this open world, first-person shooter point of view, but you have so many different aspects to it other than just the first-person shooter. You got your RPG elements with your skill trees. You also have stealth elements because you don't have to go outright and kill everybody. It's really cool how they mix these in. You also can hunt animals. My favorite thing about the game and overall, though, is the physics engine. They did something with this physics engine that is just amazing. Climbing down a hill feels like you are actually Jason Brody climbing down that hill. You're off balance because your weight has shifted. Things of that nature, throwing grenades. Just the physics engine in this game is just really incredible. I haven't seen one like this in a long time. I really love it. Now let's talk about Fallout 3. Fallout 3, another game that's from a first-person shooter point of view, but it is more RPG than first-person shooter. They let you get around the first-person shooter by involving a system called VATS. With VATS, you're able to pinpoint the most accurate shot on the enemy's body, the head, the chest, the arms. it's really cool. That brings in this kind of like it's really cool. It brings in this real-time strategy type device to it. This RPG, like you choose what your next move is, and this move is going to be shots to the head. I love that about it. It really slows things down, gives you a cinematic feel. The main character that you play in the game, he doesn't speak. So even though Jason Brody speaks, and I still felt like I was Jason Brody in this game, it helps you. It does the whole Legend of Zelda thing by not speaking. You feel like you're that person. In the storyline is also about your dad, so it also brings you in, and that way you have this emotional connection to him. You meet your dad right when you're born. You go throughout the game growing up through 19 years, and then your dad's gone. Find your dad. You know, like, that brings me in. The DLC on the game, it's not great, but Broken still does extend the ending. They all open up level cap raises. Overall, the game is one of my favorite games of all time, and easily my favorite game of this generation. In Fallout 3, there are some decisions you make. You can go more of a negative karma way or more of a positive karma way. Now, this is a little different from Far Cry 3. You have missions in Far Cry 3. You complete those missions. This one, you can complete missions, but you don't have to choose always the positive route. And that's what I love. You have this gray area sometimes of this is right, but I need to do this instead. Like I said, one of my favorite games of all time. I definitely recommend you guys playing both games, preferably purchasing them. They're actually really good games. Play them over and over again. Very good replay value on them. Fallout 3 especially, considering you could do a whole game positive and a whole game negative. So those were our games. Next week we're going to be talking about some other games, so you leave me some questions, comments, and I'll see you guys later.